Good old Thomas characters. There are so many, literally hundreds. There are hundreds of them. And naturally, when that's the case, there are some characters who get a proper spotlight and attention, and some characters who maybe don't. You know, sometimes these characters still stick with you though, like Proteus or Smudger. But today we're talking about one of my favorites in particular, Bertram. Seriously, talk about missed potential. There's so much to him, so much merch around him, and truth be told, a surprising amount of story to him as well. Well, that's what we're talking about today. Welcome to the story of Bertram. So what do we know about Bertram? Well, he's a mine engine. The mine engine who worked where we find him at around the time of the Mid-Sodor. Eventually, as we know, that line closed, however, and this mine did with it. And as such, Bertram was left there and didn't see operation for many, many years. It's the episode Toby's Discovery where we see him, when one night Toby and his crew discover him as they watch over the mine and adjacent castle, as both were being restored to accommodate visitors. It was rumored a ghost haunted the mine area, but, well, after some looking, they would discover this dude. And apparently he and Toby are not only great friends, but he was restored too, where he ran the line from the mine to the castle with passenger and excursion trains. So when it comes to personality, we sadly don't know much, but we do know he's brave, and as stated before, he and Toby are great friends. So much so that Toby states if there are ghosts at the mine, they sure make the place feel happy. And we also know he's called the Old Warrior, as he's, again, apparently brave. You know what, maybe he is. He did spend a lot of time at an abandoned mine and didn't go crazy. That's kinda brave. I'm just saying. Most of this information is from info cards or merch or just told to you in the episode, since Bertram doesn't actually speak one time. And heading back down to basis, I'm pretty sure you can tell what this lad is based on. He's Duke. Literally, just repainted with a new livery, so a Small England Class 040T. His faces are also not unique, that is a smudger face. And the livery we see him in is a dark brown with red lining and red buffer beams. This is something you may find a little inconsistent though. In fact, Bertram is very inconsistent, at least with merch. We see this with his name and design more than anything. So, quoting the wiki, Bertram's Erdl toy and packages, his Trackmaster prototype toy, and the 2014 Island of Sodor map spell his name completely wrong. They spell it Bertram with a U rather than an A. Not to mention, his wooden railway model is nothing like Duke. He has a red roof, he's smaller. You know, he is similar, but yeah, this is a tank engine. This is not a Small England at all. And believe it or not, Bertram was supposed to be what you see in Wooden Railway. He was meant to be a narrow gauge tank engine. So technically this isn't wrong. If anything, it's ahead of the curve. And during the filming of this episode, a separate model for Bertram was supposed to be made. One that would actually be a tank engine, but in the end, again, they just used Duke. And truth be told, that is a lot smarter, seeing as the money probably just wasn't there. Plus, he didn't even talk in the episode, so But who knows, maybe the reason we never saw Bertram again was because they did use Duke. As we know, the model was reverted back to Duke in Season 6 in 2004. Oh yeah, I should also mention Wooden Railway did make a Tinder variant eventually, but that wasn't until 2016. There's also a variant that doesn't display his nameplate, but a very large L. Take that for what you will. You know, if you don't count Smudger, who replaced Stanley from the Railway series, this was the first non-Audrey narrow gauge character to ever show up in the show. And with that in mind, and again, how much we seemingly had built around him, it's kind of a shame we really never saw much of him, or really only saw him that one time. I feel like I don't speak for just myself when I say I would have loved to see him pull some of those passenger trains, or hell, maybe even an episode just to him, as he did just that. I mean, most of the context we know about Bertram is, again, told to us. We never really hear much from him directly, if anything at all. We don't. There's nothing that he ever says. I'll just say that now. Yeah, great character development. It's lovely even. But hey, we're still talking about him right now, aren't we? And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Conundrum of Bertram. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for even more train content. There's always more stuff on the way. Really quick, as always, huge shout out to my patrons for making videos like this possible. And with all of that being said, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.